get ready with me for work at 5 a.m. again. You know what they say, you can take the girl out of accounting, but you can't take the accounting out of the girl. I think that's what they say. I talked about this in some previous videos, but I decided to go back to my corporate job just on a part-time basis, and I started back yesterday, so I'm doing 20 hours a week. It was so nice to catch up with all my pals. Not that we haven't been talking even since I've been gone, but just like see everybody in person. I actually do not know what I would do if Laura Geller discontinued the Baked Balance and Brightens Powder Foundation, because this is my go-to everyday foundation. A lot of people think that I do full glam like every single day, but I actually don't. I probably only do a full glam with liquid foundation maybe like 1 or 2 times a week, just depending on what I have going on and what I'm in the mood for. Anyways, back to my job. But I'm excited to see how this balance is going to work out for me. I think it's going to be exactly what I need, honestly. Oh, it's snowing. Right now with the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation, I'm using shade Light all over and then medium basically as my like bronzer shade. I also have my ice skating lesson today, so I'm going to work from home for the first couple hours, then go to my ice skating lesson, and then go to the office. They are truly so flexible with me. I'm still really liking these Anastasia Micro Stroke brow pens, I think is what they're called. I don't usually use like pen type of products for my brows, but these stay really well throughout the day. I think that they look pretty natural. I haven't used this in a long time. This is the Laura Mercier blush in the shade Rose. Really pretty berry shade. Yeah, I'm just kind of easing in this week, well, easing back in with doing some planning stuff for the jobs that I'm usually on for busy season. I don't know, I'm sure some people can understand it, but it honestly is just a lot. It's very lonely sometimes. I'm single, I live alone, I do social media, but then I also started this business, and it's just kind of like all on me. So it's just nice to have that comfort of like, okay, I have these people that I know, I have clients that I know, I have some sense of stability in my life. And truly, who knows how long-term this is going to be. Life can change so quickly. Who knows? A year from now, I might be married with children and be a stay-at-home mom, and then at that point I probably won't have time to have a million different careers. I'm gonna top that with a blush from this Hourglass palette. It's just so beautiful. I think I'm gonna do this one. These give a really beautiful sheen to the skin. You can use them on their own, but I personally I'm never like a one and done blush kind of girl. I'm always mixing. Since I'm not doing like a full glam, I'm not doing concealer or anything under my eyes to highlight, so I'm just going to use the Tower 28 powder in the shade Pink Palisades or Palisades Pink to brighten under my eyes and where I would usually do my concealer. Typically when I do this kind of look, I only put concealer on like if I've got a pimple or something. Like I don't usually use it to brighten. Okay, you can see how much brighter the side of my face is after using that powder. It just brightens without being anything too heavy, and I feel like that's really important for me when I've got like a long day of work. I just don't want my makeup to look super heavy. So putting that on my forehead. For mascara, I've actually been using this one for Makeup Revolution. It's the Wrap Lash. I think this is a tubing mascara, but it's like a magenta color. That might be a bit much for work, so I think I'm just gonna use this on my bottom lashes and use black on the top. I'm just gonna do my Thrive Cosmetics one on my bottom, or not my bottom, my top lashes. Sorry, it's gonna take me a little while to be more awake in the mornings. Girly Pop has been sleeping in. I was getting some groceries after work yesterday, and this man walks by me and goes, "Smile, it's Monday." I was like, this might be my 13th reason. That kind of thing happens to me all the time. Does that happen to you guys? Men just like come up to me and tell me to smile all know, something about it just feels so patronizing. Like, can you, like, sir? I don't know, it's kind of sad. I do feel like I've kind of trained myself just because I've had so many weird encounters with men just out in public. I've just kind of trained myself to have a very serious face when I'm walking around, so I don't know, the men really want me to smile. Okay, hopefully this is not gonna look weird having the magenta just on the bottom. It's not like intense unless you're like right in the sun, but it really does a lot if you've got like hazel or green, probably even blue eyes. I always get people in the comments telling me I should not do bottom lash mascara because it ages me, but something about it, like I just don't feel complete. Like I feel so uneven if I don't do bottom lash mascara. I don't know, I like it. I do have my ice skating lesson today, so I don't want anything too intense for my lips. I'm just gonna do this e.l.f. stain. This is the shade Pink Positive. I'm not actually sure if I've ever used this shade. Hopefully it's not too bright. Okay, I like that. It's kind of just like a Your Lips, but better. It's nothing too crazy. I'm gonna do this Huda Beauty gloss in the shade Juicy Pink. I love these glosses. These are definitely some of my favorites right now. I'm also gonna use some of this kind of metallic champagne color eyeliner in my waterline. This is the shade Faux Dough from Urban Decay. Just to kind of brighten the eyes a little bit. It's not a huge difference. This one is just a bit more like sparkly and bright, I think. Okay, and that is our finished makeup for work today. Bye-bye.